What if I told you that there is something in the universe capable of transforming everything we know into a completely different substance? Something that, if it touched the Earth, could rewrite the laws of physics before our very eyes? It sounds like science fiction, but this idea might be more real than we imagine. At the heart of neutron stars, in an environment so extreme that it challenges the fundamental rules of matter, there may exist a substance so stable that nothing can destroy it. Even worse, it might be contagious. A single fragment of this matter, called a strangelet, could trigger a domino effect capable of transforming entire planets, stars, and even galaxies into something completely different from what we know. But is this just a theory, or are we really living with this invisible threat lurking in space? Could strangelets already be wandering through the galaxy for billions of years, waiting for the right moment to collide with something? And more importantly, if this is true, are we still safe? The universe is full of extremes, but few compare to neutron stars. Imagine a compact sphere, the size of a city, but with a mass equivalent to that of our sun. Sounds impossible? Well, these stars are what remain when cosmic giants reach the end of their lives and collapse under their own gravity. This collapse is so violent that subatomic particles are crushed beyond their natural limits. The empty space that usually exists between atoms disappears, turning everything into an incredibly dense mass. If a grain-sized piece of a neutron star were placed on Earth, it would weigh millions of tons. But if you think that's already bizarre, wait until you learn what's hidden in the core of these stars. The physics inside is so extreme that it may challenge the very laws that govern the universe and give rise to a substance that could change everything we know about reality. Now, think about ordinary matter. Everything we see and touch is made of atoms, which in turn are composed of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Seems simple, right? But when the gravity of a neutron star comes into play, this structure collapses. Protons and electrons are forced to merge, creating a dense mass of neutrons, and in some cases, something even stranger. Our current knowledge suggests that under absurdly high pressures, neutrons can break down into their most basic components, quarks. And when this happens, a new form of matter emerges, known as strange matter. The name might sound like a joke, but the truth is that it could be the most stable and dangerous substance in the universe.
Hey, I need your help to be saved from falling into space forever. All you have to do is like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
If this matter really exists and can escape from the core of these stars, it might transform everything it touches into more strange matter. This means that, in theory, a single fragment of this substance could convert entire planets into dense, lifeless spheres. But before diving into this cosmic catastrophe, we need to understand what makes this matter so different from anything we know. If you were to break down an atom to its most fundamental level, you would find protons and neutrons. But what's inside them? That's where quarks come in. The elementary particles that form the foundation of everything we know. They are so fundamental that they have never been observed alone, as they are always bound together in groups, as if held by an invisible force. Quarks come in different types, but only two of them are stable enough to form ordinary matter, up and down quarks. They are the building blocks of protons and neutrons, which in turn form atoms, planets, and even galaxies. Without them, the universe as we know it simply wouldn't exist. But within the extreme environment of a neutron star, this structure can change. The immense gravity can force quarks to reorganize, forming heavier and more unstable particles. This rearrangement could be the first step toward the creation of strange matter, which operates under laws we are still trying to understand. If this is true, studying these particles could provide clues about how the universe behaved right after the Big Bang. After all, the pressure and temperature inside a neutron star are comparable to the conditions of the primordial universe. But this leads us to an even more intriguing question. What if there is a state of matter even denser and more exotic than anything we know? As quarks are forced to rearrange themselves inside a neutron star, they may end up forming a new state of matter, the so-called quark matter. Unlike anything we see around us, this substance is not composed of individual protons and neutrons, but rather a dense soup where quarks move freely without the conventional separation we are familiar with. This matter is so exotic that it could give rise to a new type of star, a quark star. Although from the outside it may appear identical to an ordinary neutron star, its interior could be radically different. Instead of being made up of individual particles, it would be a single, vast ocean of quarks interacting in ways we still do not fully understand. The existence of this type of star is purely theoretical, but there are signs that they might be out there, hidden in the depths of the galaxy. If we could confirm their presence, it could revolutionize our understanding of the fundamental forces that govern the universe. But as fascinating as this idea may be, there is one detail that turns it into a true nightmare. The possibility that this matter is contagious and could destroy everything it touches. Imagine a material so stable that any other form of matter that comes into contact with it simply gives up its own structure and transforms into the same thing. This is the concept behind strange matter. If the pressure inside a quark star is intense enough, some quarks may rearrange themselves and form a new variant called strange quarks. This small change can make ordinary quark matter even denser and incredibly stable. And that's where the real problem begins. If strange matter is more stable than conventional matter, it could have a terrifying property. Everything it touches might be converted into more strange matter. It would be like a cosmic virus, spreading uncontrollably and transforming planets, stars, and even entire galaxies into a completely different state of existence. The question is this just a theory, or is strange matter actually wandering through the galaxy? And if it is, are we safe? If strange matter can exist outside a quark star, it could drift through space in the form of tiny particles called strangelets. These fragments would be like microscopic drops of strange matter, but carrying with them the most terrifying property of all, the ability to transform any ordinary matter into more strangelets. Now, imagine one of these strangelets traveling through the galaxy for millions or even billions of years. It could pass unnoticed by stars and planets until, by pure chance, it collides with a world like Earth. What would happen then? In theory, the conversion process would begin immediately. The atoms that make up our planet would be reconfigured, triggering a chain reaction that could transform the entire Earth into a solid, superdense mass of strange matter. This sounds like a science fiction plot, but some theories suggest that strangelets might be more common than we think. Perhaps they are drifting through the universe in unimaginable quantities, invisible to our eyes, just waiting for the right moment to make contact. But if that were true, why haven't we been consumed by one yet? If a strangelet were to hit Earth, what would happen? The most terrifying theory suggests that it could trigger an irreversible process. The conversion of ordinary matter into strange matter could spread like a wildfire through a dry forest, consuming everything in its path. But it doesn't stop there. If a small strangelet could transform planets, imagine what a larger one could do to entire stars. If it were to hit the sun, it could trigger a devastating reaction, turning our star into a massive ball of strange matter. The light that warms us would vanish, and Earth would become a frozen wasteland with no chance of survival. The worst part, we would have no way of predicting such an impact. A strangelet could be hurtling through the galaxy at incredible speeds, completely invisible to us, and if one were on its way, we wouldn't be able to stop it. But if this danger is real, why are we still here? This leads us to another intriguing possibility. If strangelets really exist and can destroy everything they touch, why is Earth still here? The answer may lie in the fact that, despite theoretical predictions, we have yet to find concrete evidence that they roam the galaxy. This doesn't mean they don't exist, but perhaps they are less common or less dangerous than we imagine. Some hypotheses suggest that if strangelets were truly stable and contagious, the universe would have been taken over by them billions of years ago. And since that clearly hasn't happened, maybe the conversion of ordinary matter into strange matter isn't as simple as we fear. It could be that outside the extreme conditions of a quark star's core, this substance simply breaks down or loses its dangerous properties. Another intriguing possibility is that strangelets have already passed through our solar system without causing any harm. Perhaps there are milder forms of this matter that don't have the ability to transform everything they touch. If that's the case, it may only be a matter of time before we detect and study them directly. But there's an even more fascinating detail. What if, instead of being a threat, strangelets hold the key to understanding one of the greatest mysteries of the universe? Dark matter is one of the greatest mysteries in science. We know it's out there, influencing how galaxies move, but we've never been able to observe it directly. What does this have to do with strangelets? Well, some theories suggest that these fragments of strange matter might actually be the dark matter we've been searching for decades. Think about it. Strangelets are dense, practically invisible, and could be drifting through the universe without interacting with light. These are exactly the characteristics of dark matter. If this hypothesis is true, then the most dangerous substance in the universe could also be one of its fundamental building blocks, holding galaxies together and shaping the structure of the cosmos. If we manage to confirm this theory, we wouldn't just solve one of science's biggest mysteries. We would open the door to an entirely new era of knowledge. But before that, we need to answer one final question. Are we really at risk, or is strangelets just a theoretical ghost? The universe is a fascinating place full of mysteries, but few are as intriguing and potentially terrifying as strange matter and strangelets. If they truly exist, they could be both a key to understanding the deepest secrets of the cosmos and a destructive force capable of reshaping matter as we know it. But what if all of this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle? What if the universe is filled with even stranger phenomena, waiting to be discovered? Science is only beginning to uncover these secrets, and with each new discovery, we realize that we know less than we ever imagined. What else could be hidden in the depths of the galaxy, waiting for the right moment to be revealed? If you found this topic fascinating, wait until you hear about another equally mysterious theory. Gravastars, the evil twin brothers of black holes. Could they challenge everything we know about the physics of the universe? Click on the previous video to find out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep exploring the mysteries of the universe with me. See you in the next video.